Start our rush block. The rain is back.
Yes, the rain is back, and it's actually going to stay in place all day today. So umbrellas and jackets needed out the door first thing for your Thursday morning commute. And take a look. Some of the rain, it's starting to pick up speed here, especially along portions of southern Harris County, the Gulf Freeway. The storms that I was tracking north of town, well, you know what? They have already pushed out of here. Check it out. Santa Fe, League City, Kemah, Seabrook. If you're waking up near Galveston this morning, you are seeing some light to moderate showers. Baytown, LaPorte, Shore Acres, eastern side from Deer Park to Channelview, you're starting to see some of that wet weather pick up. Rain chances remain in place, but on and off activity with peaks of that sunshine by the afternoon. Doug, we remain in the 50s though all throughout your Thursday.
Okay, thanks a lot, Cheetah, for your rush block traffic. Yes, Steph is out on the road right now. She's heading to a surprise destination. We'll talk about that just in a little bit. Take a look at your traffic maps this morning, though. Yes, southeast side, the roads are a little slick. Even on the west side, though, the rain moved through earlier. It's a little damp out that location as well. The only thing we have working right now is actually a stalled vehicle 290 heading eastbound or inbound at Spring Cypress. Live look from Houston TransStar shows us that it actually just cleared out of the way, but you can see those roads are damp. Give yourself a little extra time. Lisa, Russ?
Thank you, Doug.
Breaking overnight, a patient steals an ambulance from the Kingwood Hospital and then leads police on a chase.
It ended just about 2 hours ago. Michelle Choi is live in Crosby with how officers finally caught him. Michelle?
Guys, this is one wild and bizarre story. Now, this is the spot where that ambulance finally came to a stop here along Moose and Antelope Drive. But the guy who allegedly stole it put up quite a fight before being taken into custody. Take a look. Here he is cuffed. You can see officers struggling to put him back on a stretcher. He led police on that chase for about an hour. Spike strips were deployed, and officials say at one point the guy even communicated with them using the radio inside. Now, how did all this start? Well, police were called when this man was spotted in the same neighborhood causing a ruckus and tearing up people's mailboxes a few hours earlier. He was taken to Kingwood Medical Center, and that's when he jumped out of a stretcher and took off in the same ambulance that had brought him. And as I mentioned, guys, the crazy part is he came back to that same neighborhood where it all began, even briefly rolling down the window to say hello to one of the neighbors.
He poked his head out and said, "Praise Jesus, brother." He went to do a fist bump, and I did a handshake, and he grabbed my hand, and I went to grab it to kind of hold on to him, and he slipped out of my hand.
Now, neighbors say they've actually never seen this guy around here before, but this morning he is back at Kingwood Medical Center. We asked officials what might have caused his bizarre behavior. They couldn't tell us other than saying that he was in an altered state, but they're just glad that no one was hurt during this wild chase. Guys?
All right, Michelle Choi, thank you. Breaking news now into our rush block. Actor Jussie Smollett has turned himself in to Chicago police. He is charged with filing a false police report. Smollett is maintaining his story, though, that two masked men attacked him and yelled racial and homophobic slurs. He hasn't changed the story there, but two brothers police questions say that Smollett paid them to fake the attack.
It's 4 minutes after breaking news from overseas this morning. Pope Francis demanding action over sex abuse in the Catholic Church. Right now, bishops are meeting at the Vatican, and the Pope opened that 4-day summit earlier today. He warned bishops that condemning the crimes is not enough. They have a responsibility, he says, to listen to the cries for justice.
Your rush block continues with the day's other big stories, starting with two bystanders shot in the middle of a gunfight. One of those victims, an 18-year-old, did not survive. The other was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover. This happened off Dunlap Street in southwest Houston. Police haven't said what led to that shooting, but the two victims were not involved. A Coast Guard officer arrested after police found a hit list of Democratic politicians in his Maryland home.
Prosecutors say Christopher Hassan is a domestic terrorist who had an apartment full of guns and that he allegedly wrote he was dreaming of a way to kill almost every last person on Earth.
His alleged targets included Houston Representative Sheila Jackson Lee and former Congressman Beto O'Rourke. Winter weather from North Dakota to New England. The storm has canceled thousands of flights with more snow on the way.
Fake news teaches Klein Oak High School students an important lesson. One of them wrote a fake news story about an administrator and it went viral. Turns out it was all part of a digital citizenship assignment. But Klein ISD says he or she went too far and people who shared it on social media might have construed it as factual.
And that is your Rush Block. Today's big headlines from here in Houston and around the world. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood. Tweet us with the hashtag HTownRush.